won't be going away anytime soon, but nevertheless, we've got baseball from Petco Park. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend series between the LA Dodgers and the San Diego Padres. It's Padres baseball on the show, and it comes your way next. Brandon Maurer gets the assignment for the rubber match in this series. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, in his last outing, it was brief. Only 3 innings pitched and was tagged with the loss. Hopefully he'll be more effective in this one.
Jock Peterson heads for the box, ready to lead this one off today.
For the Dodgers, center fielder, number 31.
Underway now in the Sunday finale as the first pitch today is taken for strike one. These Padres, Eric, as they take the field this afternoon, they have not been playing their best baseball of late as they've dropped 4 of their last 5. Oh, a diving stop. It's there. He got him.
Wow. Made it look easy. Well, that is so smooth over there at first base. The ball's headed for the hole, but he pulls it in at full stretch. And then I thought he'd probably flip it, but he decides to just take it himself, and he wins that race to the bag.
Corey Seager will stand in, and he's been tearing the cover off the ball the past few days as you see his numbers from the last 5 ball games. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. 64 degrees our temperature here at first pitch this afternoon. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
Drives it out to deep right center field. Center fielder going back. Still going back. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. Time now to check out the lineup for the visiting Dodgers. What's going to be the key for him today, Steve?
Well, guys, this is a power-heavy lineup. You need to stay patient and get balls up in the zone that they can drive.
Yasiel Puig will stand in. Currently 8th in the National League in hitting to enter play.
Well, right now, he's in the prime of his career, so these are the years you'd really expect to see the best of what a guy's going to have to offer.
Into the windup and the pitch. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Drummond's a very fair umpire, Matt. Calls a pretty standard strike zone. Usually not a lot of complaints either way.
Oh, pretty healthy hack that time. It's 1-1.
Just really free and easy out there in this first inning. He threw that ball right by him.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Breaking ball snaps in there for a called strike 2.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95+ mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
Hit hard on the ground to third. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So a fairly painless top of the first. Dodgers scoreless, Padres coming to bat. It's the battle for Southern California bragging rights, and it's on the show. Scott Kazmir, a Texas-born left-hander, gets the starting nod. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, he's got an ERA of under 3.5, which is pretty decent for a starter. Pretty good chance that we'll see a good start from him here in this one.
Alexi Ramirez comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the
Leading
first.
out for the Padres, the shortstop, Alexi Ramirez.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Eric, your Dodger ball club, as they enter play here this afternoon, they've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
They've been good away from home here, too. They've won 3 of their first 4 on this road trip, and That's a sign that these guys are really coming together as a ball club.
Kazmir has his target, 1-1 on its way. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. And another foul ball. Toward the gap in right center. This is going to be a base hit, and he may take that big turn at first. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a two-base hit.
Well, I think this was a little bit of a gamble from my perspective. I had a feeling that he'd take a big turn around first and then hold on, but he was having none of that. He's smelling two all the way, and he's going to make it there with a hustle double.
Will Myers will make his way in now as you get a look at his splits there on your screen. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Utley is there, and a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. With a moment here in downtown San Diego, we'll look at the Padres starting lineup. Eric, who stands out to you?
Well, I think the guy to watch is Matt Kemp. He leads this lineup in stolen bases and runs scored, which is a compelling set of statistics. He's doing a fantastic job of getting himself into scoring position, so the big bats in the order, they can drive him in.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. Very weakly on the ground. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third. With a moment now, let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the Dodgers. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up, so we'll see how that impacts this game.
Number 62 will stand in, and as you can see, his home and road splits there. He's been a much better hitter away from home. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Right there for strike one.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really cash them in. So I bet they'd love to get something going on the board early here.
The men on third with 2 down. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. We're off to the second, scoreless on the show. And the reception should be a big one here as the San Diego native and Padre fan favorite Adrian Gonzalez takes his first swings here at Petco Park. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball one. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Amarista's got it. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. Now that we have a chance, let's give you a look at how the Padres align defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Yeah, guys, Alexi Ramirez, he's been a bit of an enigma. He's prone to having some mental lapses on defense, but he's also shown that he's capable of making some acrobatic plays. He's smooth as butter, turning double plays, and he always seems to make just the right pre-pitch adjustment.
First pitch of the at-bat. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Amarista's got it. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Now, these infielders have been busy early on, and that's another ground ball out for them. Probably not going to be the last one we see either.
Yasmani Grandal will stride in now. 2 hits for him, including a home run in last night's contest.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
Curveball just misses, apparently. 1-0. This is skied into short left center. Under it is the left fielder, and that retires the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Yangervis Solarte will come forward now, back in the lineup after being used as a pinch hitter last night.
Yangervis Solarte.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
And, you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
Kazmir into the windup. 1-1 pitch on its way. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Gonzalez is there for it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
We could hear him all the way up here in the booth. Just a big old...
Number 17.
Well, that's what pop-ups will make you do.
Number 17 steps in now. Here's the first pitch to him. Pitch to the plate is a sinker for a called strike 1. Bottom of the second here with no score. A little bouncer. That winds up foul for the second strike. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Slider. Good 2-strike pitch, but it misses. 1-2.
And that's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
Slapped hard the opposite way, but taken in over at first for the second out, as that might have been extra bases if it were 3 feet higher.
Yeah, that's not a bad pitch right there. The ball's down in the zone, but he does a really nice job of getting the barrel through the hitting zone and squaring it up. He just can't elevate that pitch enough to get it over the infielder's head.
Alexi Amarista will stand in now, happy that this series is at home, no doubt, as you see his splits right there. A.J. Ellis is into the ballgame here as he takes over behind the plate.
Now catching, number 17, A.J. Ellis.
Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
2 out, nobody on. Hard sinker misses. 2-2. Three and 2 now. full count. Here it comes. Hit sharply toward the right side, and that'll get down for a 2-out single.
Well, you talk about being comfortable at the plate. That's the way he's feeling it right now. 9 straight games with that base hit now.
Austin Hedges set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
There's the sinker to start him out, missing down and away for ball 1. There goes the runner. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. And he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. We'll go now to the top of the third. And we are tied 0-0. Trace Thompson will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the third inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
First delivery to him on the way. And, looked inside, but that's ruled as strike, 0-1. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up. And he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first out.
Second baseman.
Happy to have you along here on the show on a fine Sunday afternoon as you take a look at our upcoming schedule for the week to come. Chase Utley will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Yeah, not really a great performance for him yesterday, but that's just part of this ball game. You have to know that those rough ones are going to come up and bite you every once in a while.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Hit out towards second. Gloved by Amarista. On to first as the throw takes care of him, and it's a quick 2-up, 2-down start to the third.
Scott Kazmir.
Scott Kazmir will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
He looks like he's swinging a garden hose out there as this is cut on and missed for strike 1.
And for as bad as he missed that pitch, you can bet we're going to see that again before this at-bat's over.
Third inning, no score to this point. Not able to hold on there as he swings through a pitch in the dirt, and it doesn't look good for him now, down 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Dodgers down in order. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Austin Hedges digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Catcher Austin Hedges.
Kazmir gets the sign. First pitch on the way. Drilled right back up the middle. And that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swinging there as he's on to kick off the inning.
Yeah, nothing too special about a ground ball single up the middle here. But if you keep putting the ball in play like they've been doing, good things have a tendency to happen. We'll see if this gets them started.
The pitcher, Brandon Maurer, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. Nobody out, runner on first. Showing bunt, but he winds up taking ball 1.
A wise decision to pull it back. You've got to make sure you bunt at strikes. You're playing right into their hands if you don't.
To second for 1. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
Yeah, you want to put this down to the right side, force that first baseman to field it, but That ball is butted just way too hard, so that's a good decision defensively to go ahead and take the force at second.
Here's the shortstop, Alexi Ramirez, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike one. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. In the dirt here. And they got him. Boy, his feet were stuck in the mud there. Grounded to third. Turner has it. Throw will go to Adrian at first, and with it, the side is retired. Padres go down quietly. We'll head to the fourth, still scoreless. Jock Peterson will stand in to begin their half of the fourth, with his guys still looking for their first hit of the ballgame.
And still looking for their first base runner, too. 9 up, 9 down.
Here comes the first pitch. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the fourth inning, 0-0.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
Here it comes on 1-1. Hit hard up the middle. And that will be the first base hit of the ballgame for the Dodgers.
Well, you talk about being locked in at the plate right now. That is 10 straight games with a base hit now, and it's going to be a lot of fun to see how long he can keep this thing going.
At the plate, Corey Seager. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. Not in time. He's in there at second.
Well, I think he's pretty lucky to get in there safely on this play. It's a decent jump, but I think a good throw might nail him down there. Instead, you see it's wide of the mark, off to the shortstop side of the base, and he's able to beat that tag to get in safely.
Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And he thought of taking third here, too?
Well, if he's smart, I think he'll stay right there. No sense forcing it with nobody out.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Number 62 is there, and he makes the catch for the out. The relay throw, the tag, and they got him at third. It's a double play.
Here's where I think he overestimates his speed on the bases. He thinks he can just turn on the jets and coast into third, but he gets a rude wake-up call here as they tag him out for the double play.
In now is Yasiel Puig. As he's first pitch swinging here, and this is on the ground toward the hole. And that is through into right field for a single.
Just the second hit they've got against him so far as we check on his numbers to this point. He's pretty much been in control all afternoon, so we'll see if he can keep that string of zeros going.
So it's a runner at first with 2 gone, and now the left-handed hitting Adrian Gonzalez will get a shot. Got him to go up the ladder there for strike 1.
But now you got to regroup after the 2-out single. You're in a dangerous spot in the lineup, so the inning's not over yet, not by a long shot.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal at all.
Throw over to the bag, and he'll get back in safely.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, Matt, the pitcher may have thought the runner might be on the move right there, so he slide steps to hang on to him.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Down the first baseline, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1 left for LA. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Will Myers is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1.
And this has been a common problem for all of these guys. They just can't lay off that pitch down and away.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, going right back to the sinker right there, and why not? See if he's going to chase it again.
Kazmir's ready. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Cut fastball, and he's got to lean out of the way of that one.
I think it's pretty simple. The message here is stop leaning out over the plate. Well, the pitcher's got to be able to work inside, so that's just a reminder there.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Utley's up with it, and a rather easy first out.
Now batting, right fielder, Matt Kemp.
Matt Kemp in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
Yeah, it's always a frustrating thing to go down looking, but you know what? Everybody does it. So you've got to let that one go and make the next AB count.
Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Gonzalez has got it, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, number 62.
Number 62 stands in. First offering on its way. Swing and a little tapper. That's a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, heading for second now. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Yeah, this one was starting to look like it was going to be a 1-2-3 inning, but now all of a sudden they have the go-ahead run standing out there at second base after the two-out double.
Stepping in now, Solarte, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball one. That evens it up 1-1. No runs, 4 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Padres. Bounce towards the second baseman. And nothing will come of the two-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the two-out double. We're back at Petco Park in just a moment. Justin Turner heads for the box to start off the fifth in this one.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one. All right, 4 scoreless innings in the books. What's it going to take to push across our first run?
Well, I think both pitchers have really dominated so far. This is where getting the leadoff guy on is so key. You know, get the pitcher into the stretch, get him out of his comfort zone, then maybe your offense can go from there.
Swing and a miss as it's dropped behind the plate. Up with it, Hedges. So not the start to the inning he was looking for as he got the strikeout, but the runner reaches anyway. A.J. Ellis will stand in now, a late entrant to the ball game as he'll be making his first plate appearance here in inning number 5. Sacrifice attempt here. And he's retired, 1 away.
Yep, we got a scoreless game so far, so they'll put the bunt on right here to get that runner into scoring position now with just 1 away. That'll give him a good shot to maybe break the seal on this ball game.
Trace Thompson in now, hopped out in his first trip.
Yeah, he just uppercut a fastball. That top hand kind of dragged through the zone, which caused the bat head to drop a little bit.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball one. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike one. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. And he takes a called strike two.
Yeah, that's just the same pitch 3 times in a row. I guess he figures, why mess with success when you get it to 1 and 2?
Liner towards second. Oh, what a dive. It's there, and he's out.
No way. That was awesome.
And they'll put the tag on him between third and home, and I don't know what he's thinking, but it's a double play, and the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. More baseball from downtown San Diego right after this. Number 17 will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one.
Center fielder, number 17.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Now the 0-1. Line drive to center field. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
When that sinker's up, it flattens out. It becomes a very hittable pitch, and he squares this one up and rips it into center field.
Alexi Amarista will dig in. He singled his first time around.
And I think we mentioned it already, but that extended his hitting streak. Swinging a hot bat right now.
Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. Sacrifice attempt here. And the throw is late at first, so they can't get anybody out.
Boy, here he's not showing late and trying to beat one out. He's giving himself up to get that runner to second. I mean, you've got to be able to defend this better than they did. That's an out you have to count on getting.
Austin Hedges is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip.
Well, and everyone knows he's slumping right now, so we'll see if that got him going.
Kazmir sets. First pitch on its way. Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike one.
Now with 2 on, nobody out, you got to be thinking strikeout double play out there on the mound. One or the other is what you really need.
0-2 pitch is a sinker that misses, but he's still in command 1-2.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
Dribbled to the right side. And he indeed takes only the out at first as the runners move to second and third with 1 away now.
Yeah, just a little tapper here, but this is going to wind up being pretty effective because with 1 away now, it's going to move both guys up 90 feet to second and third.
Brandon Maurer will stand in with a chance to help himself out big time here with a couple of men in scoring position.
And a lot of times, pitchers go up there just because they sort of have to, but here, if you go up and just think ground ball up the middle, you might get one home, maybe 2. So this is a big-time chance.
Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1.
Kind of interesting to see how he's going to respond to this situation that he's worked himself into.
Yeah.
Throw from shallow right will get him at first, but the run will come in to score.
Well, this was a definite strikeout situation with the pitcher at the plate, but you got to give the guy credit. He put the ball in play and helped himself out with that RBI ground out.
Alexi Ramirez is in to try and get that second run of the inning across as he'll have a runner at third now with 2 away.
Yeah, 1 run's good, but you don't want to leave that guy stranded at third base. It'd be clutch right here if you could get him in somehow.
1 run, 6 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Padres. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike. Fly ball out to right field. Oh, and he misses it. Notch 1 in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. It's a 2-0 ball game. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Well, I got to think that's going to be an unearned run. He looks like he's there in time to make this play. He just squeezes the glove too early or something. I'm not quite sure what happened, but they're going to hit him with an error.
Here's Will Myers. As he'll line this one foul to the right side out of play, it's strike 1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Seager is up with it. Throw on to first, and an important pitch there as they get out of the inning before things explode. So 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 Dodger error, and 1 man left on. 5 innings complete. It's the Padres 2 and the Dodgers nothing. Chase Utley will come forward now to start out their half of the 6th, and they've found it rough sailing against this starter so far as he's yielded just 2 hits through the first 5.
Not too many hard hit balls there either. He's had them off balance all game.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Looks like double-barreled action now in the San Diego bullpen as they get a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. And he'll take a look at a strike on the inside corner. It's 1-2.
Seems like it's been a fairly consistent pattern. Hard stuff early, soft stuff late. But these guys don't seem to have caught on yet.
It's a pretty standard operating procedure, too. But they just look lost up there.
The 1-2 pitch. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. To first. Myers gloves it, underhanded flip. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Another guy retired there. You see his pitching line to this point. It's phenomenal. Just 2 hits, both of them are singles. He's hardly even been in trouble. Thorough domination so far.
Digging in to try it again, Scott Kazmir. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
He'll start him with a fastball down and in for a ball, 1-0. Now he starts to chase a pitch outside, and he can't pull the bat back in time. It's strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he looks at one in there, 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Served out to left off the end of the bat. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Oh, and he botches it. The throw into second, and he is in there.
Now batting.
So some real problems out there that time, as it'll wind up in E7. Jock Peterson will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. 1 out and a runner on second base. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. And he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for out number 2.
Well, if you break a guy's bat, you've almost always made a great pitch. But here, he might have gotten a little more than he bargained for as this ball's back at him. But he's able to focus on the task at hand and makes a nice play.
Corey Seager will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Center fielder giving chase. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. Dodgers leave 1. They trail things here 2-0. Matt Kemp will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips.
Fielder, Matt Kemp.
Out in front of it, strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Hit hard on the ground to the right. Utley gets to it. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Now batting.
You get a look there at his pitch breakdown so far. Well, that sinker of his is a great weapon to have, and he picked the right spot to use it there.
Number 62 will dig in. 1 for 2 with a double in this one. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. grounded to short. Seager takes it in. Throw on to Gonzalez, and that's out number 2.
2 more ground outs, and that's the product of throwing that sinker. Just about every time you swing at it, you're either going to hit the top of it or miss it altogether. And if you do hit it, you're going to be killing all the worms out there in front of home plate.
Yonhervis Solarte will dig in for a 3rd time now. He's popped out and grounded out so far. First pitch on its way. And a sinker misses here. No, a called strike. I take that back. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
Seager is right there, and the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
Yeah, kind of a high chopper. This is a tough play for a shortstop on the move. Winds up beating it out.
Number 17 will dig in. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Skied into straightaway right. Moving under it, Puig. And that ends the inning. Padres leave 1, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Back here at Petco Park. Padres out in front in this one as we come to our game summary for the first 6 innings of play. Yasiel Puig will stand in here to start the 7th. EK, it's been a pitching and defense afternoon all throughout.
Yeah, neither starter looking like he's ready to blink. Neither one of them looking all that tired just yet.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Swinging a ball hit high in the air, deep down the left field line. This has plenty of carry, and that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. A solo home run off the bat of Yasiel Puig. 7 home runs for him on the year now, and the Dodgers are within a run. It's now 2-1.
And let's take a look at where this pitch ends up. You can see there, you know, even though this pitch isn't technically in the strike zone, it's still pretty much in his wheelhouse, and he just yanks this thing right out of here.
Now batting number
Here's
12,
Adrian now.
First baseman Adrian Gonzalez.
Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. Number 62 will get there with ease as he puts it away for out number 1.
Now batting, third baseman Justin Turner.
Justin Turner digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit the other way out toward right field. And Kemp will look this one in for route number 2.
If you're going to go the other way with a pitch, you've got to be committed to it. You can't just have a lazy swing and pop the ball out to right field. That's not going to do you any good.
In now is A.J. Ellis. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And a dive, but he can't pull it in out in right center. Around second. He'll try for third. The relay. And he's going to make it to third safely. And there's your tying run at third now with 2 away.
Well, it's not a game-tying home run, but it's the next best thing. As down by 1, he makes it all the way to third here with a triple.
Here comes the Padre manager up out of the dugout heading for the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So, for the time being, he stands to be the winning pitcher, but he is responsible for the possible tying run over at third. Drew Pomeranz will get the ball here as he looks to get the final out in the top of the seventh.
Drew Pomeranz.
Into the box, Trace Thompson, as he goes after the first pitch and lines one out toward right center. And he has delivered one of the biggest at-bats of the afternoon as he cashes in with a base hit. Throw won't get him.
Well, these two teams have been pretty evenly matched all throughout this game, and now that's reflected on the scoreboard as well, as he gets a good pitch to hit right there and doubles home a run to square things up in this game here in the late going.
Carlos Villanueva will get the ball here as he looks to get the final out in the top of the seventh.
Villanueva.
In is the second baseman, Chase Utley, as he goes after the first pitch and lines one out toward right center. And that'll get down out there. The run scores from second. It's a 3-2 ball game, and he'll scramble back to first safely.
And this is what you need if you're going to build a winning ball club. You've got to have those support guys down in the order, and he comes through with an important 2-out RBI.
Scott Kazmir steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single.
And that's a
Andre Ethier has come out into the on-deck circle now, as that's going to spell the end for Scott Kazmir.
Andre Ethier.
Oh, that one got the pitcher. Throw to first, but he's safe. And now the stadium's attention turns back to the man on the mound.
Jeez, how's he doing after that shot?
And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. Jock Peterson will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
Boy, not even close with that one, and he's behind 0-1.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Especially starting off an at-bat.
3 runs already home here. Oh, he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And Myers will make the catch to retire the side. So they strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left on. It is stretch time here at Petco Park. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Friars 2. Chris Hatcher will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Chris Hatcher.
Leading off the inning, Alexi Amarista, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
In there, no balls and a strike.
Oh, and you wonder if maybe he decided beforehand just to take a pitch up there first. Too bad for him, because that thing was right down Broadway.
Goodness, 0-2 now.
Yeah, a couple of mid-90s fastballs, and he hasn't been close on either one of them.
Now the Dodgers get a right-hander up and throwing in their bullpen. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
A good high fastball. Maybe something to try and change the eye level there. And now, I might anticipate another slider down in the zone. Maybe even in the dirt.
Chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. High and deep to left center field. Thompson ranging back, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And he'll get in at second base as the tying runs aboard with a leadoff double.
I'm out on the mound, just got on the board, you've taken the lead, and you're hoping for a quick shutdown inning, but this guy's got other plans because he drills this ball, and he's going to wind up on second with a leadoff double.
Austin Hedges will get an opportunity now following the leadoff double.
And with his guys down by a run, at the very least, you need to try to shoot something to the right side. Hopefully get that runner over to third with one out.
Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. Hit to short. Fielded cleanly. And he's retired here, one away. John Jay will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 24, Sean Shea.
Some action in the Dodger bullpen now as it appears they have both a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. And this is taken outside for ball one.
And now with that runner on third and one away, you need to stay smart at the plate, realizing that they might be...
In to score from third is the tying run. It's a 3-3 game. Throw to first is not in time, and we've got ourselves a tie ball game. Alexi Ramirez steps in with one in, one out, and one on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
Lewis Coleman will get the call now as he'll try to get the final two outs and send this one along into the eighth.
Lewis Coleman.
From the belt, the pitch. And a slider tails outside for ball one. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Now might be a good time to call him that two-seamer running in.
2-1. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
And with that, the go-ahead runs up to second now with only one away.
Now batting, first baseman,
Will Myers will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
Runners are at first and second with one away. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control 0-2.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like he's trying to get a ground ball here. He's coming right after him trying to get a punch out.
And here's a swing and a miss. And that, folks, is a big out number 2.
I love a guy on the mound that will pitch with some emotion. He's not out of this inning yet, but he feels like he's locked in. Did you see his reaction after that strikeout?
Matt Kemp will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
Luis Avilan will get the ball looking to get the final out now here in this 7th inning.
Luis Avilan.
And now some action in that Dodger bullpen as a left-hander has begun to get loose. And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. And it, in fact, lands in the corner, foul. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. 2 down, runners at first and second. Belted high in the air out to left. Thompson racing back, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And the run is in to score from second. It's a 4-3 game.
Oh, that's a big at-bat right there. He gets a good pitch that he can handle, and boy, does he put a charge into this one. And that's going to wind up plating the go-ahead run as he's into second base with an RBI double.
Number 62 steps into the box. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. The runner from second crosses the plate. Now a 6-3 game.
Oh, and a crucial at-bat right there. And that's what they call delivering when the pressure's on, as they plate 2 more here and move that lead to 3 now.
Yonhervis Solarte gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. From the belt, kicks and deals. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. 2-1. All away here to start the at-bat.
And that's fine, but you can't be afraid to work inside. You can jam this guy, get him to roll over something. You don't have to strike him out.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. And he'll try to hold up in time, but to no avail as he went around, and the inning is over. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. 8th inning coming up. The Padres lead it 6-3. Jose Dominguez is going to come on in relief as he'll be making his 20th appearance of the season.
Jose Dominguez.
Leading off the inning, Corey Seager, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least 1 back here in this inning.
Swing and a looper to left. Waiting on it, the left fielder. 1 down.
The right fielder,
8th inning here from Petco Park. The Friars out on top in front of their home crowd as you get a look there at the line score to this point in the contest. Yasiel Puig stands in, coming off a solo homer in his previous trip. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The pitch. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0.
And time's getting short here. You don't want to have to face that closer in the 9th inning needing 3 runs. They need to cut that gap down somehow.
Boy, that fastball is just sizzling up there. 1-1.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time, he got the call.
One out, nobody on. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. All even now, 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Hit down the third base line. There is Solarte. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Good start to the inning here out of the bullpen. After 3 runs came in to score last inning, they needed someone to come in here and slow that offense down a bit.
Adrian Gonzalez will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
Hard liner toward short. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. He's around first on his way to second now. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
Up next for
I'll tell you what, if you hit a ball that the shortstop jumps for and then it winds up going all the way to the wall, you know you've smoked that thing. This is a rocket, and it's going to zip right through the alley and allow him to get into second base easily.
Justin Turner will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Comes set, now the pitch. Here's a line drive into left center. Will that get the job done? It's a base hit. And a relay to the plate is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down.
On the money.
Number 17 steps in now.
Leading out for the Padres, center fielder, number 17.
And a ball 1-0. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. In the air to straightaway right. Puig is there. He's got it 1 away.
The batter, number 5, second baseman, Alexi
Amarista steps in here. He'll look to keep it going after hitting a double and scoring a run last time up.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Here it comes, 1-0. Swinging a liner back through the box. And that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Man, he is wearing them out. Got himself a 4-for-4 afternoon.
Austin Hedges strides in, grounded out his last time through.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Well, some guys use the fastball to get to 2 strikes and then use something else to get you out. Not this guy. He works backwards here and winds up getting him with back-to-back fastballs in the end.
Derek Norris will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Derek Norris.
Into the seats, 0-1. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. 1 left for San Diego, as they're unable to add to their 6-3 lead. Fernando Rodney is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Number 56, Fernando Rodney.
Striding in to start the ninth, A.J. Ellis, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
A.J. Ellis.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Swing and a liner. Foul. Rodney comes set. Here's the 0-2. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball one. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Well, this is what you want out of your closer. Comes in firing darts, and it's a very quick out, number one.
Trace Thompson will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it one pitch at a time, one runner at a time.
And boy, just about overshot his man at first, but he's able to keep a foot on the bag over there, and that's out number 2. Chase Utley makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight.
Throw to first here will be in time to record the final out, and the Padres have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over.
Well, that's just fine work out of the back end of that bullpen here as Rodney comes in to fire a scoreless ninth, and he picks up the save.
And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, Matty, he definitely led the way. You'll see there, he turned in a 4-hit performance, and that definitely keyed his guys to the victory.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Padres win it 6-3. So long from San Diego.